1 to 15 in Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library by Chris Grabenstein. This is a New York Times bestseller. I have read this, now let's see, this is actually my 3rd time reading this book. I know that you're gonna enjoy this book. You're gonna love this book. First 15 chapters are the introductions. We learn who the characters are. We learn what they're trying to do and all that, right? So we get started with the adventure, but the escape part comes later. But actually, the thing is, it comes right after chapter 15. I actually would have done all the way to chapter 16, but that would be pretty hard to read. So because chapter 15 alone is all the way to here, and I knew that if you did all the way to chapter 16, that would be pretty hard. So chapter 15, just think of it as the introduction. The next set of chapters will actually go really deep into this, into the escape part, but I won't spoil that a lot for you, okay? But anyway, let's start. So, how would you describe Kyle Keeley? And do you think that it was that he's too obsessed in the game, and that he should think before? I mean, like, he's too obsessed in the game, and maybe he should have not broken the window because of the game he broke the window. Do you think that he loves the game too much and is too obsessed in the game at sometimes? And also, do you like games? I just thought that was a really because I really do like games. And do you like the board game style? Or like here they're doing a scavenger hunt, so like a scavenger hunt style, or like the video games. What do you like? And also, I also wanted to say, if you were Kyle, would you want to beat your brothers, or would you just be like, hey, I don't want to beat my brothers because they're older, and besides, I'm gonna just do, I'm gonna get grades someday too. How would you do it? And also, there's also Dr. Yanina Zinchenko, right? And we learn a little about, in chapter 2, we see a little of this library, awesome library, right? There's this tiger, and right? There's also this tiger and all that. I mean, and just from this chapter, what do you think? How do you think this library is gonna be like? And if you had been like the kids and adults, would you be excited about a new library, or would you be just like, hey, it's just a library, it's not like a lot? And also, did you think, and also I wanted to ask you, how do you like school? Now, I just thought that it was also, I just thought it was interesting, but anyway, also, do you think that it would be cool if you had the Squirrel Squad that Mr. Lemoncello made? Do you think that would be really cool? And also, how would you describe Akemi Hughes? And what about Sierra Russell? How would you describe both of them? And also, I also wanted to ask you about this essay. Do you think that when you were reading this, did you think that Kyle was gonna nail this essay? And if you had been Kyle, would you have wanted to go into Mr. Lemoncello's library, or are you just afraid of sleeping from home? Perfectly know what you mean though, if you are afraid, okay? But anyway, Charles Chiltington. Who do you think? How would you describe Charles Chiltington? Do you like him or do you not like him? And also, actually, if you had been Kyle and Mr. Lemoncello, like your all-time favorite game master, how would you react if you had been Kyle and you had saw Kyle? I mean, if you went Kyle and you saw Mr. Lemoncello, and how do you think that Kyle felt when he learned that from Mrs. Cameron that Mr. Lemoncello is the one who's gonna pick the essays, right? And what did you think of Mr. Lemoncello's car anyway? Okay, so I also wanted to ask you, do you think that Kyle deserves to go to the library, or I mean, because you might think that maybe he didn't, maybe because he wrote such a short essay, do you think he deserved to go to the library? And also, how would you feel if you had been Kyle and you're pretty sure that all the other kids will go? How would you feel? And also, I want to ask you, there's these people, right? And they're doing like judging, and also then comes Mr. Lemoncello, right? There's an assembly and everything. And then there was these shoes. What did you think about Mr. Lemoncello's shoes? And also, do you think that this library is cooler than the other libraries? Do you think that do you think that this library will be really cool? And also, how do you think that Kyle felt when they were down to the last two names, and then Kyle is called? How do you think he felt? I mean, like, how would you feel about this? And would you use it that day if you had a $500 gift card for Mr. Lemoncello games? And if you had that $500, then we actually do. There's actually a few like games, right? Like they mention a few, right? Like, and what would you have from that if you had $500? Which ones would you have? And then the day comes, right? What did you think of the party? Did you think that was pretty cool? And also, what did you think about these anagram cookies, right? Did you think that was pretty fun? And also, the different books on the library cards, right? Do you think they matter or not? Because after that, they say that your library keys are the key to everything. Do you think this means something? Or do you think that it's just like, just for decoration? What do you think? And did you think it was cool about the library door being a vault door? And what did you think of this library? And I mean, like, when you went into like the Rotunda reading room, Rotunda reading room, how did you feel? I mean, like, if you had been Kyle, how would you just feel? Awestruck? How? I mean, I would feel awestruck. I would almost faint. And then the first game, right? Well, there's like, so there's this game, right? And if you had been Kyle, would you be upset if you had lost? Well, of course, anyone would be upset, but like, so extremely upset. And also, what did you think of Charles' behavior? If you had been Carl, how would you have reacted to Charles' behavior? And would you like it or would you not like it? And do you think that Charles Chiltington will lose though on the next game? And then there was this holographic image, right? Have you ever seen a holographic image or anything like that? Well, there is that, and I thought that was really cool too, right? Did it remind you of Star Wars? But anyway, I wanted to ask you, what did you, do you think that it would be fun if you went to the Electronic Learning Center? And I actually wanted to ask you, so you should have read all the way to chapter 16, so 15. So I wanted to ask you, which room would you go first if you had been Kyle? Would you have gone to the Electronic Learning Center, or would you have just gone to the bookshelves? What would you have done first? And do you think that Sierra Russell is right now missing out on the fun, and that she should stop reading a book and that she should start getting into the game? Or do you think that Sierra Russell and do you agree with Sierra Russell that books are awesome, and that you should enjoy them fully? Okay, and do you think that teamwork is best, or do you think that being alone is best? And also, what did you think about the Electronic Learning Center? And then they were locked in, right? What did you think about this lock-in? And also, if you have been the kids' parents, right? The 12 kids' parents. Would you want your kids to participate or not? And do you think that, and I wanted to now go back, okay? And I wanted to ask you about Mr. Lemoncello. How would you describe Mr. Lemoncello? And how would you also describe, okay, now this is going to be a little fun part, okay? I want you to choose any character, okay? It might be a smallest character, and then just describe him, okay? Because describing characters really helps you go into the story and really just, this helps you a lot. So, what's your, so how would you describe blank, okay? Okay, so, now, I want to ask you, and it is, what's your favorite character in this book? Because there's a lot of interesting characters, right? Who did you like best? Mr. Lemoncello, Kyle, Akimi, maybe Mike, or Curtis, or maybe Sierra Russell, or Charles Chiltington, or somebody else, right? And I'm gonna also ask you, what's your favorite part in these chapters, okay? How do you like the book so far? What do you think is gonna happen next? Well, so it's really exciting, right? It's like a cliffhanger. You're really on a cliff, right? I mean, like, it just tips you over to the next chapter. And actually, I think that and let me tell you, this awesome book's gonna really transport you into the story. It is going to be awesome. And the next chapters will be from chapter 16 to chapter 29, okay? So hope that you read all the way to there. And I also hope that you had a great time with me and have a great rest of your day. If it's right now nighttime, like it's right